Hello ladies and gentlemen, I've just finished working out at Pfeiffer Wellness Center, which is what's behind me, and I feel a little compelled on the first day of winter to shoot some GoPro video going home. It's an ugly day in Burke County. I'm not going to put this on the outside. I'm going to hang it from this little thing here, which what I do, I've got this mounted on the inside of my windshield, and I'm going to make my GoPro flip the video upside down because I've got to turn my camera upside down to get it to fit into that bracket. And right now I've got it powering off of my cell phone, my Verizon cell phone. You see this USB is going straight into the USB 2 input on the GoPro Hero3. So my battery's a little weak, but this will take care of the battery situation. I'm inside my Honda Civic. And even though it's an ugly day, it's gray and it's nasty, sometimes that's a good day to shoot video, just driving video, because you don't have all the reflections and harsh shadows and things. So I'm going to drive through Morganton and see what it looks like here on the first day of winter, December 21st, and we're going to talk about the Hero3, and we're going to look at what it'll do. I'm going to shoot this in 2.7K. Usually I shoot my driving videos at like 48 frames per second in 1080p, but I'm going to go to like a medium field of view, maybe a wide field of view in 2.7K, so I can zoom in. I'm going to pull the 2.7K video into a 1080p sequence in Adobe Premiere Pro, and then what I have a lot of extra pixels outside the field of view in that 1080p, and I'll be able to zoom in and out some with the extra 2.7K pixels that I'll have. So I'm going to flip my Hero3 video over, mount it to that little baby right there, and we're going to go for a little ride. So I'm now recording 2.7K upside down video. I'm going to put it into the little frame here. So folks, I'm going to have to use the windshield wipers now and again to keep my windshield clear. Here comes a car in front of me. I don't want to freak him out, lady. So once in a while you're going to see the windshield wipers, since it is kind of hazy and gray and ugly today. It's actually very warm in Morganton. I'm guessing it's probably 60 degrees. Seems like somebody was saying it might get up to 70 degrees today. So, you know, usually I shoot at 48 frames per second. Because that's a good driving frame rate. You can do some really nice stop motion stuff with the Hero3. I wanted to shoot the 2.7 today, which only does 30 frames per second. So I might be getting some motion blur around the outside edges, but I'm just shooting straight forward. A lot of times I'll put 3 or 4 cameras on the outside of my car. I have the mounts just mounted directly to the windshields, and you can pry them off with a knife or a putty knife or something if you ever need to get the little mounts off. But I just glue them right to the windshields. So I can put 4 GoPros, 1 in the back and then 2 going left and right and 1 going center. And I drive around and I'll synchronize all that video and show you like multi-camera stuff usually. So you look on my YouTube channel, you'll see a lot of that. I'm going to go up here toward Grace Hospital. This is where I've worked for 12 years. Actually, I've worked for 4 hospitals. This one and Valdez Hospital for the longest amount of time. I'm just going to drive around just for the heck of it for anybody who's not seen any of my videos. This is a very good hospital we have here in Morganton. So I've worked for 12 years for Blue Ridge Healthcare. That's getting ready to change somewhat. This is our big parking deck. I'm getting ready to start working as of January 1 for Carolina's healthcare system. We've been affiliated with Carolina's healthcare system for a long time. That's the #2 largest healthcare system in America that I'm going to go to work for. Multi-billion-dollar awesome healthcare system. The #1 is the VA, veterans hospitals nationwide. So Carolina's healthcare system is #2 only to them. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to be, I guess, you know, for an old guy from the mountains of western North Carolina, sort of a hillbilly guy. It's kind of an honor for me to think that I'm in, that far along in healthcare. I'm going to be a web designer and continue doing my video kind of work and stuff. What I've been doing for Grace throughout the years, I've been their web designer, I've done print design, like a graphic design specialist, done radio commercials, and I've produced hundreds and hundreds and maybe thousands of videos over the year. We started doing healthcare videos back in, I guess, 2003, maybe probably before anybody else was really doing them and putting them on our websites. I don't know of any hospitals back then doing that, but I was going to shooting surgeries and you're doing little commercials, little meet the doctor kind of things and stuff. And of course, when YouTube started hitting really big time there in the late 2000s, that totally exploded then at that point. Now all the hospitals do healthcare videos. turning right onto Sterling Street. This is Highway 18 in Morganton, and this is where a lot of people go to eat, or at least historically they have. The other exit, this is Highway 18, which is exit 105 off of Interstate 40. La Salsa's Fats there, good places to eat. Zaxby's up on the hill here, Fats Cafe. Exit 103 is becoming kind of a, we've got a new Chick-fil-A out there, the Cookout's there, the big Walmart's there. There's some pizza places and various spots. There's Harbor Inn, good place to eat seafood. I'm gonna go ahead and pull on over here. Let's just ride straight uptown, see what the town looks like on a gray day. It's only 1:12 p.m., but it's very dark and everybody has their headlights on. We're heading into the Christmas season, and thought I might just do a little driving around video since I haven't done one in a while. And it's kind of fun to do this one because I'm not going to have to go back and do a whole bunch of work. This one's just shooting straight through my windshield, not having to synchronize any weird audio or 5 different angles. One of the things I have done, put a lot of work in, is I went to Charlotte and just drove around to Uptown, and I think I made 6 or 7 videos that were multi-camera, like front, back, left, and right videos of all the Uptown, and a good many people have watched it, but I don't know, I guess a whole lot of people don't want to watch driving videos. But for me, this is fun. This is a kind of recording history, what things looked like at a certain point in time, and that's why I do my driving videos. Plus it gives me a chance to talk about things that I do with my cameras. A lot of people, I think, that subscribe to my channel think I'm just a Hero3 guy. I know I love my Canon camcorders as well. The Hero3 though affords me just all kinds of possibilities to do things like this. I mean, I never did driving videos with a Canon HFS 200 or 100. For one thing, your field of view was so narrow that if you could figure out a way to mount it on the inside of your car, you're just getting a very small, you're probably getting 1/5 of what you're seeing right now. You're probably going to be seeing the road, all the stuff, a lot of stuff to left or right. You're even going to be seeing the supports for the roof of my car. I don't know for sure, this wide field of view, you might even be seeing how fast I'm going. You might even be seeing my speedometer. So it's unbelievable the field of view you get with a GoPro Hero3. You can mount one on the inside of your car, on the inside of your windshield, and you can just shoot a whole lot of expanse of landscape. So the Hero3 has changed a lot about what I shoot. Plus it's so compact, so small, you can take it anywhere, you can mount it to almost anything, and you can move it around. It does have some drawbacks though. To me, it's not quite as good a video as you're going to get from a conventional camcorder. I'd say it's 90% there though. Here we are, this is Geppetto's, and we're moving into downtown Morganton. We'll get back to the Hero3 a little bit more in a minute. Let's just talk a little bit about town. And so I'm coming in on, I think it's called Green Street at this point. Yeah, we're on South Green Street, then we'll go to North Green Street. And I'm going to head out to the new Walmart area probably here in a minute. I don't know, we'll just crisscross and go through town a bit. There are a number of videos like this on my website already, but still, this is a different time of the year. Leaves are off the trees. You can see some things differently. We got the little lights of town. I think it's kind of cool to come out and do something like this. Over on the left is our old courthouse. You see the cupola from it ahead. We have a lot of little angel lights and stuff in the trees. Theaters on the right there, the Marquee Cinemas. Great place to go see movies. I went and saw the Hobbit in 3D the other day there. The Desolation of Smaug, whatever you say. Very good movie. Let's get on through this light. We'll whip around to take a different approach. Let me get over here and go right. I'm going to turn for just a moment on to 64 and kind of spin around and come back up. It's so funny, folks, how I've lived here so long now. I lived and worked here. I'm going to put my windows down for a minute. It is actually getting hot in the car here on the first day of winter. Maybe because I did 30 minutes on stair stepper before I started this tour. Let's turn right. The BB&T there is a great bank. Have my mortgage through them. Avery Avenue, County of Burke Governmental Offices. I'm going to turn right here. And we're going to come down, Lord help me, what's the name of the street? Union Street. Union Street! Oh, we're getting some rain now for sure. Speed up the windshield wipers. I know this is going to be an aggravation, folks. I was hoping the rain would kind of hold off till I got to do this little tour. So here we are coming back up beside the cinema to our left, and Union Street is kind of one of the, I guess, kind of one of the happening streets in Morganton. If you can call them happening streets, it actually is a very nice little town, though. A great place to live. If you like that small town sort of Mayberry kind of life, I would say that it's still partially exists here in this part of North Carolina. We're in the foothills. We're about, I would say, if you jump in your car and drive hard, you're 30 minutes from the higher mountains of western North Carolina. Well, I say the higher. If you're going out toward Mount Mitchell, the highest mountains and all, you're about an hour and 15 minutes away. I was raised up there in the very higher kind of mountains, a place called Little Switzerland, off the Blue Ridge Parkway. So here, it was a fairly festive little town here. Would be nicer if it were snow falling instead of rain. We'll come on across here. Morganton Federal on the left. I do not know how 2.7K is going to work in driving. I just usually like to shoot a little faster than 30 frames per second. And I don't know if it's going to look just horrible with this windshield wipers going the whole time too. It may drive you nuts. Or maybe you like the sensation of being in a car rolling around in a town.